Hey guys, so I'm coming to you from India, a place I'd never thought I'd go, but here we are. I've been here for the last almost 2 days now, I think. I don't really know. It's currently 3 a.m., almost 10 past 3, and it's 9:30 in the evening at home, so it's 5.5 hours ahead, which is a really awkward time zone change. And I can't really adjust to it. In general, I hate going east. I really struggle with it for times like this, really. So we're actually getting picked up to go home in 2.5 hours. So I plan to get ready in the next hour. Yeah, I was really trying to adjust to the time zone here just so I could get a decent night's sleep tonight for pickup, as the flight's going to be really busy, so I wanted to be prepared. I wanted to be fully rested to cope with that. I've had a good 5-6 hours sleep. I've had some food, so I feel rested now, but I just know when I get to the plane that it's probably going to hit me. So ever since I got to India, it feels like everything is going wrong. I haven't had a lot of bad luck for a long time, but it's just all come in one go. So the first thing that happened was I actually lost my Apple Pen that, as you guys know, I have not even had. I think I've just had it for a month. And I was very undecided of whether to get it in the first place because of this reason. And yeah, I've now wasted £100 on a pen that the chances of me actually getting back are so slim, and I'm so frustrated. The only time I actually got it out was at security at Heathrow, and you put it on its own in a box, and I don't remember it coming off. It said the cover was on it, so it was protected. But then they also did search my bag because they were doing random spot checks, so they took everything out. But I don't remember it being in the box. I checked the box, I don't think it was there. And I don't know really at what point I could have lost it apart from then. So when we land back tomorrow lunchtime, I'm going to go up to security and just ask them if they've seen it and go to lost property. I've learnt the hard way that I should have taken the pen out before I left. I even told myself to, and I just didn't. So yeah, that was the first thing. The second thing, I booked my hairdresser's appointment for when the hairdressers open back up on the 12th of April, and I don't think I've got the day off for that. The way things work with booking off, it's the case that we just have to bid for that day off that next month because we are so close to the month of April. That's the only option I had. I didn't have the option to book annual leave, so it's literally just the case of bidding for it and waiting to see if you get it off. Luckily, my appointment was on the 20th of April, and I have enough time to let my hairdresser know. But yeah, I'm going to wait for my roster to come out to confirm, because sometimes it can change. But we do get a little heads up beforehand of our days off. So I don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going to have to get in touch with her. And yeah, the other thing was that I've had so many problems with upgrading my phone. I think I've told you a few times in vlogs. Since I upgraded my phone end of last year, I changed my contract. So a lot of things changed with my travel allowances on my phone, and the phone I had beforehand with O2, I paid, I think it was like £50 a month, and I got all of my minutes, all of my data. I had loads of, pretty much unlimited on everything on my contract, basically. So when I went abroad, I could use my phone exactly how I would in the UK with no additional charges, whereas since upgrading to this phone, it's changed. So certain places around the world, I have to pay £5 for use of data, minutes, texts for a 24-hour period, and if you roll into the next 24-hour period, it then just adds the additional £5 on. Whereas in certain countries, for example, India, whenever you get a phone call or a text, it charges you like a couple of quid per minute. I ordered some food off of an app over here called Zomato. It's basically like Uber Eats, but the equivalent over here. And I ordered a Taco Bell, and the guy rang me, just kept ringing me, because there's like a long driveway up to this hotel, and he wouldn't come to the top of the reception, so I had to walk to him. But he kept ringing me, and it was just like, stop. you're using so much money. So that's a third thing that's happened to me. So I'm just hoping things happen in threes and that's just going to be the end of it. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention as well, 4 things that have now gone wrong on this trip. Yesterday I had a major migraine because when I arrived here, I got myself like unpacked in my room and I fell straight to sleep, and I had a good 6-hour, 7-hour nap, and I didn't drink anything before, so I was dehydrated and I woke up with a major migraine. So I went downstairs with the crew just to go get some food and socialise. I didn't even get food in the end, I just had a Coke. And I had to come to bed because my head was banging. So that was also an additional trauma to this trip. I'm so frustrated because I fell asleep at 5:30, I think. No, I don't really know what time I fell asleep. I think it was between 6 and 6:30 maybe, because I ate my dinner and I went to sleep. And in fact, yeah, I think it might have been sort of approaching 6. Anyway, it doesn't really matter. And I woke up around midnight because Vic messaged me and it woke me up. So now I can't go back to sleep because obviously it's 9:30 in my brain right now. So I'm not going to be able to go back to sleep. My body thinks it's had a nap. But to be fair, 6 hours is quite a long nap. So I think that will keep me going. And the flight's going to be about 10 hours. So it is quite a long flight. Yeah, this Eastern time zone is just not for me. It's not. End of. I can't do it. But that was the most long and most ranty intro I think I've ever done, so I'm so sorry. But yeah, I think for this video I'm just going to kind of pick up the camera over the weekend while I'm off, as and when I feel like it, because it's Thursday now going into Friday, and I have the rest of Friday when I get home, Saturday, Sunday and Monday off. So yeah, I think I'm just going to pick up the camera as and when I feel like it and just make a little weekend vlog. I think, yeah, that is a good plan. So if you are new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe to my channel and also like this video if you do enjoy a weekend or weekly vlog, as I do a lot of those on this channel. And if you are returning, hello, welcome back. So, you know when you sit in the sun and it's not until you shower that your skin starts to show a bit of change, a bit of colour. So I've just had a shower, I had one last night, and I've noticed I've got a sunburn up there. Can you see that? I've also caught quite a bit of sun, like you can see there, on my shoulders. But I put like sun cream on, so I don't really get that. It doesn't hurt. That's really strange. I actually saved myself a little snack from earlier. Taco Bell here is very different to home and the US. It's very Indian inspired, obviously. But as I said at the start of the vlog, India was never really a place I thought I would ever come. But now I'm here. 2 things I've really noticed. We aren't allowed to leave the hotel because we have to stay here to obviously protect ourselves from COVID. But what I've really noticed is the people are lovely, so respectful, very attentive. And also the food is a lot better than I thought it was going to be. I like Indian food, but I'm not into spice, that's my problem. So I thought, oh gosh, it's going to be very spicy. I mean, to be fair, I've got actually a taco that's actually made of chicken here, which is very unique. But it is a little bit spicy, but it's still tasty, which is what I like. So last night, I actually had some room service. I had mac and cheese and some fries. So I thought, oh, it's nice to have some, I guess, normal food that I'm used to. Normal for me anyway. But I also wanted to try some takeaway from India to see what it was like. So spicy. Oh. I'm such a wuss. Oh. So that's me pretty much ready for the flight now. So all I've got to do is get myself ready, So yeah, I will probably see you next when I get home. If I manage to get any footage in the flight out of the plane window, of course I will put that in for you. But I'll also update you on the Apple Pen situation when I get home as well. So fingers crossed we find it. I really hope so. So I'm back home now, as you can tell. Do you feel better for doing that?
I do, I really do. Sorry, I just genuinely had that.
It's like you're sat over there like shaking because you just want to say something.
Have to make a noise.
But anyway, as you can tell, I'm back home now, and the flight was 10 hours 20 minutes, and it definitely felt that long. But we were really busy, so the flight went kind of quick at the same time. So yeah, but I have some good news, and I'm not going to take full ownership for this good news. Because I found my Apple Pen.
Who found your Apple Pen?
You found my Apple Pen. It was here the whole time. So when I got back to London, I asked Lost Property airside. I then went to Lost Property landside. There's 2 Lost Properties landside. Then I also went up to security to ask them, and they hadn't seen anything. And to be fair, they see so many people a day, they probably didn't even remember who I was and probably didn't really give a damn. So, yeah, I went home a little bit gutted, but I kind of accepted the fact that I'd lost it. But I'll show you how Vic found it. So, when I got ready the other day, I was sat here, had my iPad here, facing it while I was watching YouTube videos, and yeah. So, Vic the other day, over there, were you playing games, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
And the Apple Pen was peeking up like that, right?
Just the tip.
Just the tip, eh? Just the tip was peeking up like that. And that's how he found it. Like, that would only happen to me, wouldn't it? Anyway. So yeah, that was the biggest thing that was bringing me down all trip. So now I'm home, I feel so much better. Don't huff at me! Why are you huffing? I go away for 4 days, I come back, and I come home to... Can you stay out of my room, please? I'm on a meeting. Excuse me, I have just done a 10-hour and 20-minute flight that was extremely busy. I was rushed off my feet. Didn't have a moment to breathe. I come home, all I want to do is just get myself undressed, get some comfies on, unpack my case. No, stay out. And now he's complaining about me being loud. He missed me really. Didn't you? I'm really feeling this outfit. I don't know why. But these trousers, if you watched my Pretty Little Thing haul, which was my last video, these are the trousers that I replaced the leather trousers with, because I thought it was just risky trying to get different sizes and trying to get the right size that fit me, because I think the overall style of trousers did not fit me at all. So I got these instead. It's just some leopard print flares and I love them. So it's actually Mother's Day tomorrow, and I had no idea what to do for Mum at all. So I've just been to Tesco's and I've got her some flowers and I did a card for her. I've also done a card from Lulu. Right, I tried to get her to write her card, but she wasn't having it. So I basically wrote it with my left hand and I drew an outline of her paw, and that was hard. So yeah, I made a little effort from me and the dog. So yeah, that was a fun experience. But now I'm actually going to do some baking. So I'm going to make some cakes, but I've got a vision in my head where I'm going to make 2 types of batters. I'm going to make a milk chocolate batter and a white chocolate batter, and try and like marble them together in a cupcake case, and then do some icing on top. So that's what I'm going to do now. I've got my apron on. It does not go, but I'm so messy when I bake that this is mandatory. So I'm gonna get started. I'm so excited because I love baking. Hate cooking, but I love baking. So firstly, you want to preheat the oven to 180. So firstly, I'm starting off with the white chocolate batter. So starting off with 1 egg. This is for 6 muffins. So 1 egg, 30 grams of butter, 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract, 80 grams of self-raising flour, 1 teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking powder, 30 grams of muscovado sugar, 50 mils of milk, and 50 grams of white chocolate, so you can have that in chocolate chips or just a bar of white chocolate. So firstly, place into a bowl the egg, the vanilla extract, and also the butter, and you need to melt the butter before putting it into the bowl. So then you beat the egg, the butter, and the vanilla extract. Once that's done, then you add in the self-raising flour, the salt, the baking powder, and the muscovado sugar. Then you want to mix all of that together and just slowly add in milk until it's the right consistency. Nice and smooth. Also, while you're mixing this, it's a good time to melt your white chocolate in the microwave, because then you'll be adding that in afterwards. Once you're happy with the consistency, stop mixing because you don't want to overmix this batter. Once you're happy with your mixture, set that one aside and then grab a brand new mixing bowl, as we are going to be starting the milk chocolate batter. So for the milk chocolate mixture, I am doing the exact same recipe that I used a few months ago when I made my chocolate chip muffins. So I will pop the video around here somewhere so you can go and watch that after if you want to go and see that recipe. I decided to add a few white chocolate chips into the white chocolate mixture here, so that will give it a little bit of crunch and a little bit of gooiness to the muffins. So yeah, once you have both of your batters, it's time to start spooning into the cupcake cases or muffin cases, whichever you prefer. I've made a right old mess of this so far, but basically I thought I would show you exactly how I am spooning the mixture into the cases. So I'm doing it by layer. So the first layer I've done 50-50 of each batter, and then take something sharp, so like a skewer or a cocktail stick. I only have this corn on the cob holder, which works. So yeah, basically all you need to do is just kind of go into the batter and make some sort of marbled pattern. Doesn't have to be perfect because at the end of the day it's going to be baked, so you're probably going to lose a little bit of the pattern, but yeah, just make it look somewhat marbled like that. So clean your skewer off every now and again because you don't want excess batter ruining your design. But yeah, basically you don't actually want to over marble the batter, otherwise it just mixes together and just looks a bit of a horrible colour. So yeah, just a few swirls and that'll do the trick. And then now just move on to doing one more layer of exactly the same of what we've just done, and then they'll be ready to go in the oven. So they're all ready now, so I'm going to pop them in the oven for about 15 minutes. I don't know why I've had these glasses on the whole time. I don't even need them. I just end up keeping my glasses on all day, just out of habit, I think, from work as well. So I'm moving on to icing sugar now while I wait for the cakes to cool. 15 minutes did seem about right for the cakes to cook, and when I put the fork in it was clear, so 15 minutes is a good time when you're combining the two batters. So moving on to the icing sugar, me being me, I'm not going to make it easy for myself. No, of course not. So I'm not just going to make one buttercream icing, I'm going to be making two. So I'm a little bit undecided. I know for sure I'm definitely going to be doing the milk chocolate buttercream. However, for the other one, I don't know whether to do vanilla buttercream or whether to do white chocolate buttercream. I think I'm leaning more towards white chocolate, but I don't know how much white chocolate I have left. So we'll see. So both icings are made now, and I followed the exact same recipe that I followed in my previous baking video that I mentioned earlier. So as I said, I made the milk chocolate buttercream icing that I made exactly the same as I did in my previous baking video. And I also decided to go with white chocolate buttercream icing just because I thought vanilla just wouldn't go with the theme, and adding a bit of white chocolate just adds a little bit of spice to it, doesn't it? So yeah, I'm gonna get these put into piping bags and get them on the cakes. So I got this humongous cake box to put the cakes in because I didn't know how many I was going to make, but I just thought it would look nicer in a cake box, but I did not expect it to be this big, I'll tell you that. I think I might write something on the top, like Happy Mother's Day or something, to make it look a bit nicer. So here are the cakes all finished. I'm so happy with them, they look so good. So this is how I decided to decorate them in the end. So I did the white icing in the brown cases and the chocolate icing in the white cases, and I just did some different designs on each. I just did some pink and purple hearts here and just some pink balls on here with a few chocolate drops on all of them. So I'm just going to open one up. I've got one spare over there because I thought 9 was a decent amount in there, and I think I don't know whether I would put the 10th for it to look okay. So I'm going to open one of those up and just see if the marbling actually worked. Now that's all done, the fun part is over. I've got to tackle that mess. So it's been a few hours actually since I last spoke to you. We had some dinner, we had a Nando's because Vic was craving a Nando's, and I didn't actually realise how much I was until I had mine. So I'm very grateful for my Nando's. And I haven't actually had the chance to try the cake yet, so I think I might do it in a minute just to see what it looks like, and hopefully it tastes okay as well. So I was waiting for my mum to actually go to bed because I wanted to set up a few things down in the lounge. When she walks down from her room in the morning, the first thing she'll see is the dining room. So I'm hoping to put everything on here. So I'm still yet to write on here Happy Mother's Day, so I'm going to do that in a minute, as well as put her flowers in a vase, and I'm going to put her cards out here too. So yeah, that is what I'm going to do now, I think. So here's everything laid out and ready to go for the morning. So I've just arranged the flowers, so just trying to sort of arrange them as best as I could. I'm no professional in any single way, but I think they look really nice, very neutral, just like my mum likes. And again, it just looks a bit naff, but I just used the pens I had. I just had some highlighters and some metallic pens that I just drew some stuff on with. So yeah, that's all looking as good as it could possibly be. And the 2 cards, so I don't know if you can see, just about, I wrote Mummy with my left hand from Lulu, and then there's a card from me as well. So yeah, I really hope she likes it. Sorry if you can hear Vic in the background. I'm just going to try the cake. Not really. Just looks very patchy. And all the chocolate chips sunk to the bottom as well.
Talking to me?
No. Not everything's about you.
Oh, fuck one.
Tastes good anyway.
That's so annoying.
So I've had to come out in the hallway because Vic's playing games and he's being really loud, so I can't vlog at the same time. And I've also got to try and be a little bit quiet as well because my mum's upstairs in bed. So yeah, I thought I would share with you a little project I've set for myself. I've wanted to do this for ages, ever since I became a flight attendant. But I've wanted to do a... Excuse me. I've wanted to do a scrapbook of loads of photos of everywhere I've been, and I've collected like little luggage tags and all sorts to put in my scrapbook, just to have as like a little memory. I know social media is great for that, but it's also nice to have a physical memory as well of all of the photos of places I've been to, just to look back on and like for my kids to look back on and for Vic to look back on, and it's just something nice. I think it's so much fun looking back at photos from when you were younger and like old family members. I just think it would be something nice to have forever. So last week when I went to the range, I actually went to go pick up a scrapbook. I just went with a plain black one because I thought it would just look the nicest. I think they also had a brown version in this size as well, and it was only like £4 or something ridiculous like that. So I also picked up a few like coloured gel pens and some metallic pens, some white pens as well, just so I can write a few little like quotes and just little things that I was thinking of at the time when I was travelling to these places, so I can really personalise it. So when I picked up the scrapbook, I wanted to do a really nice front cover for it, and I was looking at quotes. I didn't want anything too cheesy because that's just not me at all, and I wanted to put a few little icons and things on there. I did look for like stickers and things in the range that were like travel related, but they didn't really have anything that I really liked. So I made this front cover and I really like it. It took me so long, but I really like how it's turned out, so I'll show you. So here it is. If you recognise this font, this is the font that's on all of my branding on my YouTube channel. I absolutely love it. It's called Wild Ones. And I just added, like I said, a few icons that are travel related. And I just think it's so cute. And the quote is nice and simple. When I first saw this quote, I really felt it. So yeah, I really feel like everyone needs to travel like a flight attendant. There's nothing better. So as soon as we came out the range, we went straight to Asda because I wanted to go and get my photos printed so I could get started straight away with my scrapbook because I was so excited. So I think I had close to like 300 photos I wanted to print. So we went to Asda to see what sort of prices they had. So we went up to like the self-checkout screen, and it was, I think, £15 for 50 photos, I think it was. So that was going to be super expensive to print all of my photos. So I thought, oh no, I'm going to have to go through my album and get rid of a load of photos that I really want to put in my scrapbook. So I thought, no, I'm going to go home, I'm going to research online to see if I can get a better price. So I then found Boots, and Boots did an offer. It was like for first time customers, you had like a discount code. So I think I ended up printing all photos I wanted to. So I said, I think it was 297, I think it was 297 photos for £25 including delivery. So I thought, fantastic. Are you ready for this? I don't think you are. That is all of the photos, and whether they're going to fit in my scrapbook is another story. So my plan is to like cut them up and like shape them so they all fit, and I want to do it by trip. So per destination I've gone to, I then want to arrange all of the photos into a couple of pages. So I think this is going to be a project that's going to take me a good few days. So I got myself some double-sided sticky tape rather than glue, as I thought that would be a better option rather than waiting for glue to dry. So I'm going to get on with this over the next few days, and I will show you the final result once I've got all of the photos in there. And hopefully I can continue to add to it. There's so many places out there that I've not been to yet, so that second scrapbook might be made someday. Gosh, I feel as bad as I look right now. I feel just as tired as I do when I'm jet lagged right now. The reason being is because I decided at 9 o'clock at night it would be a fantastic idea to take my nails off. Don't know why I thought that, because at 2 AM it was still going. They just were not budging, no matter how much acetone I was pushing on them. They just weren't budging, so I almost gave up in the end. But no, I carried on, got them off, and my nails are finally breathing, which feels amazing. So I think before work tomorrow, I'm just going to stick some gel polish on just to make them look a little bit nicer. So that's one of my plans today. But first, tea. It's actually been 2 days since I last picked up the camera. I just didn't think anything was going to be interesting to film yesterday. I just spent the day with Mum for Mother's Day. Just watched some TV, just chilled out. So yeah, it was a good day, exactly how a Sunday should be. And today is going to be a little bit busy, I think. Busier than yesterday anyway. I need to get my case packed for tomorrow. I need to get my food cooked. In fact, Vic's going to cook my food for my dinner tomorrow because he's an amazing cook and I'm not. So tonight I'm going to have an early night. I have to get up at 6:30 in the morning tomorrow to allow enough time to get ready and also get to the airport for 10:30 for a COVID test. So I leave myself at least 2:45 to get to the airport, especially if I'm driving at that time in the morning. Traffic and things. I know obviously at the moment with people on furlough, traffic is a lot better, but it's the kids that have gone back to school now that make that a little bit more likely for there to be traffic. So I don't want to deal with any of that tomorrow. So I'll be leaving rather early to get to the airport in time. So that's why I'm getting everything ready today, and I will be getting an early night tonight so I can get up early tomorrow. Earlies are just not for me. I always, when I am bidding for my roster, that was her yawn, by the way. Oh my God, cute, yeah. When I'm bidding for my roster, I always avoid earlies in every way, shape or form. I always try and get a report in the afternoon or the evening, which always seems to work out all right for me, but at the moment we don't really have that opportunity, so I'll take what I can get. I'm just very grateful that I'm flying at the moment, to be quite honest with you. You're so cute. I just want to apologise for this and how I look today. It's not going to change. I'm going to be looking like this all day. This is my getting ready for work attire, I guess. So basically just looking like all day and not giving a damn about it. So I want to apologise in advance for that. So I'm about to start doing my nails, but I'm really undecided of what colour to go for. I don't know whether to go for this like really nice pink colour or this really strong ruby red. I don't know. I'm feeling more red, I think. So I just always go with red. But I really like the pink as well, and I have worn the pink before and it really is beautiful. So ladies, if you can relate, let me know in the comments. I am never prepared with what colour I want to have my nails done, and I hope a lot of you out there are the same. So just a little bit of advice for the 12th of April, pre-pick your colour. So I actually ended up going with an entirely different colour to what I showed you guys. So I went for this peachy pink, if it's going to focus. So I went with this peachy pink. And I was going to go for the red, however, I noticed a trend in the past when I've done my nails that reds and darker colours seem to just peel off within a matter of days, whereas lighter colours like pinks and pastel-y colours stay on for a long, long time. So that was the logic behind my decision, and I'm really happy with it. I absolutely love the colour, and I think it goes with my skin tone really well. And will also look really nice with a tan, as that's my plan when I go to Africa, is to get a bit more of a tan and sort out this sunburn situation. So that is one job now ticked off the list. So next thing for me to do on my list today is pack my case, which has now become a chore for me. I used to love packing my case, but now I absolutely hate it because I just sit there for hours just procrastinating. A few months ago, in fact I think it was near the start of when I first started my YouTube channel, I actually made a packing tips video. It's a bit cringe when I look back at it, but I still follow all of the same steps on that video today. And most importantly, I stick to my packing list. That is my saviour when it comes to packing, because it just helps me so much just focus and get my packing done within half an hour. So I'm going to get my list out and start working my way through that. So my cabin suitcase that I use for most 3-day trips is this Samsonite one. It's just a nice size. It's a nice wide one, and it also extends as well, which is perfect for my US trips where I bring tons of Bath and Body Works back. So this is the case I'm going to be using for my 3-day trip to Africa this week. It's also got a lock on it, which is a TSA lock, which is perfect, and I recommend it to every single person who's bringing a carry-on case on the plane. You can never be too safe, so a TSA lock is perfect. And I've also got a little chain here that just has a cabin crew label on it, just so if there's any security checks that need doing, no one takes my bag off. It says do not remove from aircraft. So yeah, that is something I keep on all of my cases. So yeah, I'm gonna get packing now. Inside my case I kind of keep the same sort of things stored in here that I use on pretty much all of my trips that I'm not going to be using here at home. So I've always got my little handbag that I bring with me on all of my trips. I've got a little kimono for the pool. I've also got my bikini that I always keep in here because like I'm going to be using a bikini in the UK at the moment. I always have a belt in here. I always keep some tape, and this seems very silly. However, I've had experiences in the past where my case has been broken in many ways, so it's more so for when I check a bag in, but I just like to bring it with me just in case my case does decide to break and give way on me. I've got something I can use to temporarily fix it. Some tea bags, because you know, tea is vital to keep me going through the stress of jet lag. I keep my sunglasses in here, some sanitary towels. I don't know why this is in here. I just threw this in my case on my last trip. So yeah, that's sort of the usual stuff I keep in here. So the final thing I keep in my case is my get ready bag, as I've mentioned in a previous vlog. So this is the bag that has everything in that I need to use to get ready for a flight. So like my hair stuff, some face wipes, all my makeup, hairbrush, hairspray as well. So I can literally just pull that out of my case and take that to the bathroom to get ready with. So that's super useful. Sorry if you can hear my mum upstairs, she's on a call. But yeah, I had an idea not too long ago for a video, so let me know in the comments if you actually like the sound of this idea and if you think it would be useful. But hopefully with international travel opening up very soon, I was thinking about doing a video on how to pack for like a weekend trip or even a week-long trip just in a cabin suitcase. I know a lot of people out there don't like to have to wait around for a check-in bag once you arrive at an airport, so having everything in a cabin suitcase is actually really handy. And because I pretty much always pack in a cabin case, I'm pretty much a pro at it at this point, so I thought doing a video on tips on how to do that might be useful for the travel industry opening up again. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you like the sound of that and if you think I should do that. So that's me all packed and ready to go for the next 3 days in Africa. So specifically I'm going to a place in Ghana called Accra. I don't know if I'm saying that right. I think I've been told I've said that wrong, but yeah, it's Accra. What I really like about the trip is it's guaranteed to be like an easygoing trip. The flights are a little bit challenging, however, when we get there, it's a nice trip to just have some food, get a good night's sleep, chill by the pool, catch some sun. So I always look forward to it, and yeah, I think Africa is a great place to catch some sun because this skin definitely needs it. I'm so pale at the moment. My skin just does not seem to be catching any sort of sun whatsoever, but it just appreciates a bit of vitamin D every now and again. So for the rest of the day, I don't think I'm going to be up to too much because obviously tomorrow is going to be a bit more of an intense day. So I just like to take the day before my trip, once I've got all my jobs done, to just chill out and do things for me. So I'm probably just going to finish editing this video, maybe do a bit more of my scrapbook. I've only done a few pages, but it's got me in my uniform, which I can't show you guys. So once I've done a few more pages of my actual travels, I will show you in a later vlog so you can see exactly how it's coming along. So thank you guys for watching this little weekend vlog. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I really hope you guys had a fantastic weekend yourselves. Don't forget to like this video down below if you did enjoy it, to share your support and also show me that you like this kind of video. And also don't forget to subscribe down below, as well, as we have really grown the channel a lot recently, and I'm really proud of myself, and I'm really grateful for every single one of you that do subscribe. So if you want to see lots more travel related content, this is the place to be. So I hope you all have an amazing rest of your week, and I will see you in a video very soon. Thank you.